Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, One Dark Night, also known as Entity Force. This was one of Tom McLaughlin's first films. This comes up in sort of commentaries and interviews when he's talking about Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, which is his sort of best film, I think. Or the one he's sort of known for, the one he sort of became famous for, I'm not sure. He did a lot of things. His career is really eclectic and interesting, and yeah, he's done a lot of things. But this film, it's fairly simple. It was done in 1982. It should have been called Mausoleum. It's basically a story of a girl who's trying to get into a sorority, and she has to stay in a mausoleum for the night to get into the sorority. And her boyfriend, who was dating one of the girls who is in charge of the sorority, who she clearly wants to torture this girl because she's jealous that she's with the guy she used to be that she wants to get back with. So there's all that teen drama in the background. Adam West plays the husband of a woman who her brother was a famous psychic, and he had all these psychic powers, and he was a psychic vampire, and he could drain people of their energy and puppeteer them basically after they were dead. And he is found dead, and he has killed a bunch of women I think 6 women are all dead in his apartment. And she's reeling from that, and Adam West's character is not very sympathetic. He did this film because he couldn't find a lot of acting parts because of his Batman typecasting. So he wasn't really that enthusiastic about the role. Wasn't really interested in promoting it. He's not in the film a lot. He has a fairly small role. He's really just a husband of the character who sort of matters. And he's there just sort of telling her that she's being ridiculous. And then she sort of ignores him and goes off and actually tries to intervene in sort of what's happening. So basically this guy's died and he's just been put in the mausoleum. And the girls are breaking in because there's a window that, because they've been using this place for years as initiation for people, and other groups do the same thing. And they know there's a window they can get in. So they drop her off, they leave, and they come back later to try and scare her. And in the meantime, she's dealing with paranormal experiences because this body of this supernatural sort of being now, I guess, is there, and he starts to animate all the corpses. So they start breaking out of their tombs. And you have like the coffin sliding out, like the marble ends all sort of break open, and then the coffin slide out. And I was a little unimpressed by the corpses because they're not actually zombies, they're not alive, they're animated, so they're just like corpses just sort of moving through the scene. They don't really do anything, and how they actually attack the people is unclear. But there's one point though where an arm breaks out of one of the tombs and grabs Meg Tilly. I forgot Meg Tilly is the girl who's trying to get into the sorority, so it's cool to see her. I think this is just before she did Psycho 2, so she was sort of that young. Or am I getting confused with her sister? Oh no, which one is it? Which Tilly is it? Meg Tilly. Yeah, Meg Tilly. I'm forgetting which one's which. Damn it. I'm embarrassed. But it's not my fault. There's 2 of them, they're sisters, they look similar. They're both actresses and they're both successful. But so yeah, it starts off really well. The atmosphere, they filmed in a real mausoleum. And they also give her a pill to help her sleep, but it messes her up. So unfortunately, she's a really good character until she takes the pill, and then she's out of it, and she's sort of hiding from ghosts for the rest of the movie, and she's sort of like when Jamie Lee Curtis gets injured in Halloween, and the second Halloween, she's sort of not really present for the film in some ways. So we sort of lose the main character sort of halfway through the film, and then the other girls show up, and they become more prominent, but they're not really likable. One's a follower, and the other one's just nasty. The boyfriend shows up to try and rescue her, and eventually there's some sort of interaction between this corpse of this energy vampire, psychic vampire, and her. And I know there was a different ending filmed, and I'm not sure exactly what was happening. Was he transferring his power? Was he draining her? Either way, they get her away from him, but is she traumatized by him, or is she now connected to him and is she now an energy vampire too? It wasn't clear to me exactly what was happening in the ending. But it's well shot, well directed. There's a couple little scares. The corpses are kind of creepy and gross, but they're not quite zombie-like. They're not quite animated. They never really feel like a threat. But it's interesting. I enjoyed it. I knew it would be good because Tom directed it, and I always wanted to see it. I think I watched it years ago, and a lot of films I watched 15, 20 years ago, and I forgot what happened to them. And I'm watching some of these again like they're brand new. And other ones I maybe rented them and never watched them, or saw them and never rented them or something. I don't know. But or bought them and never had the time to watch them. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I would watch this again for Meg's performance, Adam West starring, Tom McLaughlin directing. But it was okay. It was okay.